Welcome back to Scary Episodes. Tonight's first episode is a story about a man who went hiking alone in the Oregon woods one autumn afternoon and came back convinced something massive had been watching him the entire time.
Hey, this is gonna sound stupid, but I need to get it out. If you're watching this alone at night, maybe don't go hiking solo tomorrow. Or do, I don't know, just be careful. My name's Ryan, I'm 34, live in Portland, work IT remote, nothing exciting. I hike a lot to clear my head, divorced last year, stress, you know. Usually Cascade, foothills, or Mount Hood area. Safe trails, cell service spotty but doable. This was back in early October last year. Weather was perfect, cool, clear, leaves turning. I picked a lesser-known loop off Highway 26 about 45 minutes east of the city. No crowds, just old logging roads turning into single track. I got there around 2 p.m. Parked, grabbed my pack, water, snacks, headlamp just in case. Plan was 8 to 10 miles, back before dark. Trail starts easy, then climbs a bit, follows a ridge with views. First couple hours were normal. Saw a deer and some squirrels, took pics on my phone. Felt good. Around 4:30, I hit this quiet section. Dense second-growth firs, moss everywhere, ground soft from needles. No birds suddenly, just quiet, like the forest turned the volume down. I kept going. Then I smelt it. Wet fur, like a dog that's been in the rain, mixed with something musky, almost skunky. Not garbage, not dead animal, just animal, strong. It hit me in waves. I stopped, looked around. Nothing. Thought maybe a bear nearby or elk. Kept walking slower.
About 20 minutes later, I heard it. Footsteps. Heavy, behind me, off to the right, paralleling the trail and the brush. Not running, just walking, big steps. Crunch on leaves, snap of twigs, steady pace matching mine. I stopped again. Steps stopped. I called out, "Hello, anyone there?" Voice cracked a little. Felt dumb. Nothing. Then one more step, closer. I started walking faster. Steps picked up too. Not aggressive, just keeping distance. I glanced back quick through the trees, maybe 50 yards off. Something big and dark moving upright. Tall, way taller than me. I'm 6'1". Broad shoulders, covered in dark hair or fur. Didn't see face clear, sun low, shadows. But it was on 2 legs, walking like a person, but bulkier. Arms swinging a little long. I froze, heart pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. It stopped too, just stood there, watching. I didn't run. Read somewhere that running triggers chase instinct in animals. I backed up slow, keeping eyes on it. It didn't move forward, just watched, head tilted slightly, like curious. Then it stepped behind a thick tree. Gone. I booked it. Fast walk turning into a jog. Kept looking back. Nothing followed. Got to a clearing. Still had 1 bar. Texted my buddy. Weird shit in woods heading out. No reply. Service died. Made it back to the truck just as light was fading. Sat there 10 minutes shaken. Checked mirrors. Nothing. Drove home, told myself it was a bear on hind legs. Bears do that sometimes. Or a hiker in ghillie suit pranking. Or I was dehydrated seeing things. But the smell lingered on my clothes, faint but there. That night I couldn't sleep. Around 2 a.m., woke up to something outside my apartment window, second floor balcony. Soft thump, like heavy feet on wood. I peeked through the blinds. Nothing, but the smell again, faint, coming through the screen. Next morning, footprints in the soft dirt below balcony. Big, human-like, but huge, maybe 16, 18 inches long. Deep impressions, 5 toes, but wide. I took pics with my hand for scale. Insert fake shaky close-ups, large bare footprints in mud. No claw marks, just broad, flat feet. Showed my ex-wife, she laughed, said, "You need therapy, Rye." Fair.
I went back a week later. Daylight, same trail. Looked for evidence. Found broken branches high up, 8, 9 feet off ground, like something brushed through. A couple prints in mud near creek crossing, same size. No claw marks, just big human feet, but not quite. No scat, no hair I could see, but the quiet was back. Birds stopped again in that same stretch. I sat on a log 30 minutes. Nothing. Then a rock landed 10 feet away, not thrown hard, just plopped, like dropped from above. I looked up. Nothing. Another rock, same spot. I stood. Okay, whatever you are, I'm leaving. Walked out fast, no pursuit. Since then, quiet. No more smells, no footsteps. But I don't hike alone anymore. Stick to popular trails. Bring bear spray, even though I know it's not a bear. My buddy finally saw the pics, said prints looked real. He's into this stuff a little, listens to podcasts. Told me some people say they watch you, follow. Not to hurt, just observe. I don't know. If you're in the Cascades or anywhere remote, pay attention to the quiet, the smell, the feeling you're not alone. I still go out, but I look over my shoulder more, and I'd keep those photos on my phone, just in case someone asks. Oh, you thought it was over? We're just getting started. The next episode is a story about a man who took his dog for a walk one quiet evening on an old logging trail and realized too late that whatever was following them wasn't walking on 4 legs anymore. What do you think it was? Just listen.
Roar! Roar! Good girl. Good girl.
My name's Jake Harlan. I'm 41, divorced, no kids. Work as a mechanic in a small town outside Bend, Oregon. The kind of place where everyone knows your truck by the sound of the exhaust. I don't do social media, don't tell ghost stories at bars. If I'm sharing this now, it's because I can't keep pretending it was nothing. It was mid-November last year. Cold, but not freezing yet. That damp chill that soaks into your bones. My dog, Rusty, is a 90-pound German Shepherd mix, 9 years old. Still thinks he's a puppy. He needs space to run, so I take him out to this old decommissioned logging road about 15 minutes from my place. It's gravel, overgrown, no houses, just firs and ferns and the occasional deer trail cutting off into the dark. I go there 3-4 times a week, never had a problem. That evening, the sky was low and gray, light fading fast. I parked at the usual pullout, let Rusty out. clipped his long lead to my belt so he could range but not bolt. We started down the trail. He was happy, tail whipping, nose to the ground, the usual. About a half-mile in, he stopped dead. Ears up, body stiff, staring off into the trees to our left. Low growl rumbling in his chest, the kind he only does when a bear's been through the yard or a coyote gets too close. I scanned the woods, nothing but shadows and branches. "Come on, Bud," I said, tugging the lead. He wouldn't budge. Growl got deeper. Then he started backing up, slow, pulling me with him. I'd never seen him do that. Rusty doesn't back down from anything. That's when I heard it. A single, heavy footstep, not on the gravel, off in the brush. Deep crunch of pine needles and twigs under something big. Then another. Slow, deliberate, maybe 40 yards out, parallel to us. I froze. Rusty was trembling now, hackles up the whole length of his back. I whispered, "Easy." The steps kept coming, same pace, not faster, not slower, just matching ours. I turned us around, started walking back the way we came, fast walk, not run. Rusty stayed glued to my leg, still growling low. The steps followed. I glanced over my shoulder. Through the trees, I caught movement. Tall shape, dark, upright. Too tall for a person, too fluid for a bear standing. Long arms swinging a little loose. It was keeping distance, staying just inside the tree line. My mouth went dry. I picked up the pace. So did it. By the time we hit the halfway mark back to the truck, I was breathing hard. Rusty was panting, eyes wide, ears pinned. The footsteps were closer now, maybe 20 yards. I could hear the occasional snap of a branch high up, like whatever it was didn't bother ducking under saplings. I started jogging, lead pulled tight. Rusty matched me. The thing jogged too. I could hear the rhythm. 2 legs, heavy, but not clumsy, almost careful. When we broke into the clearing at the pullout, I sprinted the last 30 yards to the truck, unlocked it, yanked the door, shoved Rusty in the passenger seat, jumped in, slammed and locked everything. I sat there shaking, keys in my lap, staring at the tree line. For a full minute, nothing. Then, slow, deliberate, a shape stepped just to the edge of the shadows. Tall, maybe 8 feet, broad, covered in dark, shaggy hair that blended with the dusk. It stood there, not moving, just watching the truck. I hit the headlights. The eyes caught the beam, 2 bright amber reflections set wide and high on the head. No snout like a bear, more like a gorilla, but stretched, heavier. It didn't flinch from the light. It tilted its head slightly like it was studying me right back. Rusty lost it, barking, snarling, throwing himself at the window. The thing took 1 step forward. I threw the truck in reverse, spun out on gravel, peeled onto the highway without looking back. I drove straight home, didn't stop, didn't breathe right until the garage door closed behind me. That night, Rusty wouldn't settle, paced the living room, growling at the back windows every 20 minutes. I kept the lights on, sat on the couch with the shotgun across my lap. Didn't sleep. Next morning, I went back, daylight, armed with a buddy who thought I was exaggerating. We found tracks, not on the gravel, too hard, but off the trail in soft dirt near where it had first stepped out. Big, 17, 18 inches long, 5 toes, broad, flat, no claws, deep impressions like it weighed a lot. The stride was long, over 4 feet between prints, and they paralleled the trail exactly where we'd walked. My buddy went quiet,
took pictures with his phone, said, "This ain't a bear, man." We followed the line a little ways, found a snapped sapling, broken clean at chest height from me, but higher, like something had brushed it without noticing. That was enough. We left.
Since then, things have been strange. Rusty won't go near that road anymore. If I even turn the truck that direction, he whines and shakes. Twice, I've woken up to scratching at the back fence. Slow, deliberate, like fingernails testing the wood. Not a raccoon. Too high, too strong. Stops the second I turn on the porch light. Once, around 3 a.m., I heard a low, rolling whoop from the woods behind the house. Deep, almost like a voice trying to mimic an owl, but failing. Rusty hid under the bed. I haven't seen it again. Not clearly, but I feel watched sometimes. When I'm outside splitting wood, when I'm walking to the mailbox at dusk, that prickling on the back of the neck. Last week, I found a single print in the mud under my back deck. Same size, fresh, like it had stood there looking up at the house the night before. I filled it in, didn't take a picture. I don't tell people. They laugh, or they get uncomfortable, or they say bear and change the subject. But I know what I saw, and I know it's still out there, somewhere, waiting for me to walk that trail again. Or maybe just waiting to be seen. If you're in Central Oregon and you hike alone, listen for the quiet. The birds stop first, then the footsteps start. And if your dog won't move forward, don't make him. Turn around, and don't look back.
Okay, this is the last one. The last episode is a story about a guy who noticed something wrong with the sky one night and then realized the lights weren't falling. They were coming closer. My name is Tyler, 33. I live alone in a small house outside of Roswell, New Mexico. Not the tourist part, the quiet stretch off Highway 70, where the only neighbors are jackrabbits and the occasional Border Patrol truck. I work nights at a warehouse in town, sleep days, keep to myself. Never believed in UFO stuff, thought it was all grainy videos and people wanting attention. That changed July 12th last year. I was on my back porch around 2:40 a.m. having a smoke before bed. Sky was clear, moonless, stars sharp. I like looking up, helps quiet the head. Then one of the stars moved. Not a satellite streak, not a plane. It just slid sideways, slow, like it was deciding where to go. Bright white, steady, no blinking. I watched it track across maybe 30 degrees, then stop, dead still. I laughed once, nervous, figured it was a drone or some secret test. Area 51 isn't that far. But then a second light appeared right beside the first. Same size, same brightness. They hung there for maybe 10 seconds. Then both dropped. Not fell, dropped straight down, fast, silent, no sound at all. They disappeared behind the low ridge about 3 miles out. I stood up so quick the chair tipped over. My first thought was crash. My second was call someone. But who? 911 for lights in the sky? I grabbed my phone anyway, started recording toward the ridge. Nothing for a minute.
just crickets and wind. Then a low hum started. Not loud, more like you feel it in your chest than hear it. Deep, vibrating, made my teeth ache. I walked to the edge of the yard, phone still up. That's when I saw the glow. Soft blue-white coming up from behind the ridge. Not flames, not headlights, steady like floodlights underwater. It rose slowly until I could see the shape. Round, flat on the bottom, domed on top, maybe 40 feet across. No seams, no rivets, no markings. Just smooth, metallic looking, reflecting the starlight in a way metal shouldn't, like liquid mercury. It hovered there, maybe 200 feet up, silent except for that chest hum. Then tilted just a little, and a narrow beam of the same blue-white light snapped on, swept the ground in a slow arc, passed over my truck, my house, then locked on me. I couldn't move. The light didn't feel warm or cold. It just pressed, like someone staring through a microscope. My skin prickled. My phone screen glitched. Lines of static, then black. Battery was at 62%. It died in my hand. The beam stayed on me maybe 15 seconds, long enough for me to feel my heart slamming against my ribs and realize I wasn't breathing. Then it shut off.
The craft rotated, smooth, no tilt or wobble, and started moving. Not fast, not slow, just drifting east, low over the scrub, staying below the ridgeline. The hum faded with it. I stood there until the glow was gone, legs shaking. Didn't realize I'd dropped the cigarette until it burned my fingers. Next morning, I drove out to where I thought it had come down. Nothing. No scorch marks, no broken brush, no debris, just dry dirt and creosote bushes. I walked the area for an hour, found one thing, my boot prints from the night before, and right beside them, a single perfect circle in the dirt, not 3 feet wide, no depth, just flattened vegetation in a clean ring, like something had pressed straight down and lifted straight up. I took pictures, showed my buddy Marcus, who works security at the base. He looked at them, went quiet, and then said, "Delete those, man. Seriously." I didn't. 3 nights later, it came back. Same time, same place. I was waiting this time, on the porch with binoculars and a better phone. The lights appeared again, 2, then 3. They didn't drop, they just hung there, high, watching. I raised the binoculars. Through them, I saw it wasn't just lights, there were shapes inside the glow. Tall, thin, no wings, no faces I could make out, just silhouettes, long limbs, elongated heads. One turned toward me. I swear the head tilted, like it noticed the binoculars. The hum started again, louder this time. My porch light flickered. The dog next door started howling, then went dead silent. Then all 3 lights simply vanished. Not flew away, vanished, like someone flipped a switch. Since then, I keep the blinds closed at night. I don't smoke on the porch anymore. I don't look up unless I have to. But sometimes, around 2:40 a.m., I still feel it, that pressure on my skin, that chest hum. And last week, I found another circle in the dirt. This one was right outside my bedroom window. Perfect. No footprints leading to it, no footprints leaving, just the circle, and a single faint scorch mark in the center, like something had stood there a long time, looking in. I don't know what they want. I don't know if they're still watching, but I know they saw me, and I know they remember where I live.
Okay, that's it for today. If you loved these stories, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification as well, 'cause I'll be dropping more episodes soon. If you have stories you would like to share, drop them in the comments or DM me directly with them. Sleep tight or not.